Welcome to the Speed Network, powered by Game Day Sports Radio. Today I am joined with Spain Park head baseball coach Will Smith. Will is about to start his 20th season with Spain Park. How are you doing today, Coach?
I'm doing great. Good to see you today, George.
So I got to admit, I was a little worried you might not make it 20 seasons when I found out you had my daughter for driver's ed this summer. But
No, it's been a blessing. I mean, you look back and I thought when I got in this at 24 years old, I thought, well, I may do it for a couple of years, and just the school, the community. It's a great place to raise a family. So I've been very blessed to be here 20 years.
Yeah, and I also want to congratulate you. You had three players, Jacob Tobias with Lipscomb, Evan Smallwood at Jacksonville State, and Cole Edwards, I believe, at Auburn, signed letters of intent to play at the next level. Talk to me a little bit about how that feels as a coach to see those guys that you've worked with so long have that opportunity to be able to take that next step.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, to have kids with that type of ability, to have the opportunity to go off and play baseball after high school is awesome. I mean, those are, Evan and Cole are guys that have been on our varsity team for the past 3 years. Of course, Jacob, moving in his junior year, he's been on the varsity team for 2 years. And, I think it raises the standard, when you have high-level type players in your program. It allows those guys that are kind of in the middle of the pack to go, hey, if that's what it takes to be a Division I or type player, then I got to raise my game, my work effort, my attention to detail, my focus, even a higher level. But those are three. We have 12 seniors, and I think that we've got others that will have the opportunity to play baseball after high school as well.
I want to ask you about that. So you got 12 seniors, obviously, and a lot of them have been with the varsity for multiple years now. What are you seeing that as a result of the leadership that they're bringing to a team, which you brought up a large number of JV players to combine that team. So how's their leadership coming through so far?
It's been great. I mean, you don't ever want them to feel comfortable. I mean, but this is a group that, both the senior and junior class that we've had that, have kind of come up through our Jag Elite program all the way up. So we've kind of had our hands on them, from about the fifth grade, and to see that, and it creates a camaraderie, a certain togetherness type stuff that is very necessary in a team type setting.
Area realignment. So you pick up Oak Mountain and Chelsea. I mean, you played them out of area in several games, so you're very familiar with them. But how much did that change the dynamic in the area with losing Trussville and Gaston City?
Yeah, we kept Hewitt, which that was a team that were in the finals last year. We swapped Vestavia for Oak Mountain, and we swapped really Gadsden City for Chelsea. Just like any other year, I mean, it's going to be just trying to find a way to get out of Birmingham. I've said this year after year, if you can get out of Birmingham, you got a chance to win the whole thing. I guess the unusual thing in our sport is we'll play, somewhere between mid-30s to 40 type games, but really only 6 games matter. And we specifically have made the schedule. It's the hardest schedule that I've ever attempted to play in my 20 years. And, there is a reason behind that. It's because we may be 10-10 going into area play, but it's going to be a team that, that we want to have, make sure that they've seen the best of the best. They've been challenged, because in those 6 games over a 3-week period, who knows what can happen. You play good baseball over 2 weeks, you get in. You play bad for a couple of games, you're out. And, I don't know. I wish a higher percentage of our games were meant more. But, once we turn the calendar over to April, what happened in February and March, those are all kind of what I consider to be like, preseason type stuff that leads you into area play, which hopefully will transition into playoffs.
What do you really like about your team as you kick off the season here in the next week or so?
Yeah, I think we've got some depth in our lineup. I think that we've got kind of a diverse group as far as we've got some power in the lineup. We've also got the ability that we got some guys that can run within it. So I think it'll be a fun brand of baseball to watch on the offensive side. Now, defensively and pitching wise, we don't have a guy that we expect to go out there and throw 7 innings. But I think that we've got a lot of depth in our pitching staff that's going to give us the opportunity, to stay in games. But we've got to play really good defense behind it. And I think the biggest thing is we're trying to stress to our pitching staff is just don't beat yourself. Don't give away freebies. Make the team earn it. We're not expecting you to go out there and throw a seven inning, 3-hit shutout type game. But we do expect you to keep us in games by eliminating freebies, and we've had some guys that have done that. Lucas Thornton. J.R. Thompson has pitched in those big games before. So we're kind of building it around those two and just trying to piece it together around those guys that have been in area games and playoff games before.
Yeah, you mentioned it feels like you've lost some experience on the mound, but you've picked up some arms. And I think Coach Dunn's done a great job of helping those kids understand what their role is and where they fit into the mix and really getting them targeted, whether it be a first, start the game for a couple of innings or that middle inning guy. And so comment a little bit about what Coach Dunn's done with that pitching staff this year to get it prepared.
Yeah, I mean, just the stressing, hey, let's throw a lot of strikes. Let's have the ability to throw multiple pitches for strikes. In high school baseball, you can win a lot of games doing that. Being able to work ahead, expand the strike zone, going out there and look, if it's 3 batters give us all you got for 3 batters. We'll move on to the next guy. And just that persona, and Coach Dunn does a great job every year with our guys. They kind of go out there with a chip on their shoulder and they're ready to compete and get after it. And, I expect no different in this group that we've got.
As always, the field is in pristine condition, thanks to David Spencer and all. But and no offense to anybody else out there, but I think this is one of the nicest ballparks to play, and you guys have a great facility here. Anything you want to add before you want parents, fans to know as we head into the season?
Just looking forward to it. We open up on Friday. Of course, we're in mid-70 weather today, and we're expecting a high of 45 on Friday, opening day. So baseball season is officially here. I think the wind at probably 13 to 15 miles per hour. So bundle up. Hopefully the weather will get better for the weekend. Then we got senior night coming up the following week, and then we got a trip down to Orange Beach that we're looking forward to. But I think it's a group that it's a group of guys that have been a lot of fun to be around. It's a group of guys that it's very easy to pull for them because they're good guys.
Yeah. So, well, thanks for joining us today, Coach, and we look forward to watching you. And like you said, I think it is going to be a fun brand of baseball. We're doing some stuff to get students out here, kind of like we finished the year last year. Love to have as many students out here as possible because they are fun to watch. And you and your staff do a great job. And wish you the best of luck this season. We'll be talking to you some more. Go Jags.
Go Jags.